Well, it's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, buenos dias. It's morning here in beautiful Marina Del Rey, California. Shout out to the beautiful city of Marina Del Rey. I love it here. But wanted to talk about, just get my little thoughts on Usyk versus Joshua, because you guys know I wasn't live last night. Pops went live, and Pops actually did a great job. So much respect and much credit should go to Pops for helping the channel out in the many ways that he does. But so far as the fight was concerned with Usyk and Joshua, I wanted to talk about it. So let me just say this. If you don't take anything else from this video, take this away as the main idea of this video. But I've been telling you guys literally since 2018. I've been telling you since this man went undisputed at cruiserweight that Oleksandr Usyk is the best fighter in the world. And all he's done since 2018 is prove my point to be nothing but true. He's hands down, and it's not even close, the best fighter in the world. Listen, a lot of people may say it's Terrence Crawford, and I like Terrence Crawford. But the reality is Terrence Crawford hasn't been as active as Usyk. And the reality is Usyk has a better resume than everyone in boxing. Better accomplishments, better resume, better everything than everybody in boxing. He hasn't lost yet. So that's a feather in his cap. I know losses shouldn't define a fighter, but when you're doing what he's doing against the opposition he's doing it against, and you're making history the way he's making history, you really tip your cap to that, and you really gotta look at that. As far as the fight with Joshua is concerned, I gotta give Joshua credit. Anthony Joshua had a more sustained body attack throughout the fight. I think that was an adjustment they made. A couple of the adjustments that I think they made were, like, first and foremost, Anthony Joshua was conserving a lot more of his energy earlier on in the fight. So that's why I believe he was so dangerous late. He had Usyk hurt in I think it was like the 9th round or something like that. So there was that. Aside from that, he was conserving his energy more, and he was going to the body a lot. A lot of times, especially early on in the fight, when Usyk would throw punches, Joshua would always try to, not necessarily counter, but right after Usyk would punch, he would return that uppercut to the body. He kept on those uppercut right to the body, and it was a good punch for him in the fight. And he had Usyk hurt a couple times, so he did perform better. He was a better Anthony Joshua, but he just wasn't. He didn't have that extra bit of quality to get him out of there. And it goes to show you the kind of heart and determination a fighter like Usyk has. Usyk is a cruiserweight. Usyk was taken to those deep, dark, uncomfortable places that I talked about in my last video, but he had the toughness and he had the mental fortitude to overcome, and not just overcome, but like when Joshua had him hurt, I believe it was in the 8th or the 9th round, the following round, Usyk came back better than he did the whole fight, and he damn near had Joshua out of there. So it really shows you that Usyk isn't just some skilled fighter who can't get down and dirty in the trenches. It shows you a lot about his character. It shows you a lot about the kind of fighter he is. And before last night, even without that kind of a win against Joshua, he would have been a first ballot Hall of Famer. Now, in my opinion, not only is he a first ballot Hall of Famer, but he's an all-time great. Like when the sport is done, when it's time to hang up the gloves for good and call it a day and go enjoy the fruits of his labor with his family, he's gonna go down as one of the all-time greats in the sport of boxing. Because we live in a day and age now where you have fighters that they duck and they dodge and they're social media Instagram fighters, and this is a guy that's the complete opposite of what this world is like and what boxing is like. He doesn't give himself glory. He doesn't boast about himself. He lets others do that for him. He wants to fight the best people out there. His resume at cruiserweight has shown you that. What he's done at heavyweight is showing you that. And I just don't think, I think people appreciate Usyk. And I hope now that this could be the beginning of the type of appreciation he truly deserves. But man, I don't think people quite understand what he's doing in his career. He's doing special things. I mean, Evander Holyfield was great. It's debatable if he's the best cruiserweight of all time, Usyk. Now you got him one fight away. Think about it. He's one fight away. If he were to fight Tyson Fury next and beat him to become undisputed, he would be the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. And the way he's talking, the way Usyk's been talking, it sounds like, you know, he really probably doesn't want to box too much longer, because he did say after the fight, you know, if I can't fight Tyson Fury, then I don't want to fight nobody else. And that's a whole video on its own. You know, that truly is its own video. But it's a lot different of an attitude than you know, you see guys like, you know, Earl Spence or other guys. You know, he's getting out in front. He's being adamant. He's being urgent. He's telling you what he wants. He's telling you that it's my way or the highway, or I'm not going to fight no more. And that's the right attitude to take. So, you know, what do I think about Usyk versus Joshua 2? I thought it was a beautiful performance. I thought it was a performance where Usyk had a solid amount of resistance from a very determined and hungry champion. I think Oleksandr Usyk did a great job as the fight went on, you know, picking up the pace of his probing lead hand. I think he did a great job of he creates this illusion for fighters, not just Anthony Joshua, but for fighters. Like, Anthony Joshua is trying to close that gap, and he believes he's found that range with that jab and with that probing lead hand. And it's funny, like something as simple as Anthony Joshua, if he probes, so if you guys don't know what a probe is, you know, when you throw a jab, you kind of just step into it. A probe is kind of like when you don't really put anything behind it and you kind of just like touching them like this. So when Anthony Joshua was trying to probe with the jab, sometimes he would probe with the jab to try to set up the right hand, but he would miscalculate the distance of that probe, and what wound up happening is Usyk would slip his head to the outside, and then he would shoot the straight left hand down the middle. And this was giving Anthony Joshua a lot of fits, and it was actually, believe it or not, getting his respect in a lot of ways. Because even when Anthony Joshua had him hurt, he would do these kind of things, and even when he had him hurt, he knew he couldn't go crazy. He couldn't go crazy, so he had to really just be on his P's and Q's. So Usyk, to me, it's really not even a contest. If you come up here and tell me Terrence Crawford, like, I like Terrence Crawford, I'm one of his biggest fans. Don't get it twisted. I love Terrence Crawford. But if you run up on me and tell me Terrence Crawford is better than Oleksandr Usyk, I'm gonna freaking point and laugh at you, because it really shouldn't even be a debate as to who is the best fighter in the world right now. Undisputed cruiserweight champion, unified heavyweight champion, 2 back-to-back wins over a legitimately top heavyweight. People are going to say what they want about Anthony Joshua, but Anthony Joshua is a top heavyweight. And that version of Joshua would have beat a lot of heavyweights last night. He was very determined. He fought a fantastic fight. He had Usyk hurt multiple times. I mean, I don't remember the last time Usyk really got hurt. He doesn't really get touched often. That was a very good Anthony Joshua he beat. And people aren't going to really remember that. They're just gonna remember that Anthony Joshua lost, and they're gonna point the finger at him, and they're gonna say he wasn't that good to begin with. But no, absolutely not. Anthony Joshua last night was as determined, was as hungry, was as poised, was as smart, was as intelligent as I've seen him in his career. It's just that, you know, there's a fine line in boxing between being very good and being an all-time great. And we saw it last night. Anthony Joshua's very good. You know, a very, very good heavyweight. But Oleksandr Usyk's he's cut from a different cloth. He truly is one of boxing's all-time greats. And you know, I think people need to really appreciate that. I think people need to, if they're not really watching him closely and they can't see all the great things he's doing in the ring, then they need to really, really study up on the fight game and the science of fighting, because, I mean, this guy is really, really going to go down as one of the best fighters to ever touch a pair of boxing gloves. And I don't mean that in a way to sound like sentimental because he won. I don't mean that in a way to like just live in the moment and try to make these videos sound good. No. I mean that to say that Oleksandr Usyk is special, and you'd be in your best interest to appreciate him, because we live in a day and age, the social media era and just a different era now, where people feel like they're entitled to everything. They're entitled to this, they're entitled to that. They're quick to gas themselves up. They're quick to hype themselves up. They don't feel like they should take certain fights because they don't have to. This guy has done all that. He's always on the road. He's always fighting the top guys in the backyard, beating them up. He's showing you great boxing skills. He's showing you great defense. He's showing you great footwork. He's showing you punching power. He's showing you grit. He's showing you determination. He's doing it against top competition. And he's funny as well. He has a little bit of a personality, even though he don't speak the most English. So it's like, how could you not love and appreciate Oleksandr Usyk? You know, I'm not putting down other fighters. We got some great fighters in boxing. We got Beterbiev, we got Inoue, we got Crawford, we got Earl Spence, we got, you know, Tyson Fury, we got a lot of guys. You know, we got Canelo. We got a lot of fighters in boxing. Chocolatito. We got great fighters in boxing right now. Guys that a lot of those guys I mentioned, I'm huge fans of. But for my money, right now, the best fighter in the world is none of those guys. The best fighter is far and away Oleksandr Usyk. I've been saying it since he became undisputed. I said it after he beat Joshua the first time. I will triple down on it and say it again. Oleksandr Usyk is the best fighter in the world. Stop debating it, because it's not a debate. And if it is a debate, then you're not really fully interpreting what the hell is going on in the sport of boxing right now. I'm gonna leave it at that. So you guys take care. Take time to subscribe, because we're on the road to 50,000 subscribers, and I really appreciate it. And yeah, I'm gonna enjoy my walk on Marina Del Rey. And you guys have a blessed day. Take care. Keep Jesus first. And yeah, like I say in every single video, you guys can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dania in Marina Del Rey. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on True School Sports, the home of boxing. If you made it this far, do me a favor and do yourself a damn favor. Hit that subscribe button, and surely you will not be disappointed. You know, True School Sports bringing you the latest and greatest, the untouchable, you know, boxing content, interviews, news videos, breakdowns, live fight reaction extravaganza. We've got a great community of people here, boxing fans all over the world, from America to the UK to Australia, and on and on and on. So join the empire today. Hit that subscribe button. Take care and God.